Well, welcome back to another edition of the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Southwest University. I'm Adrian Ochoa.
And I'm B. Martinez. Adrian, it's our first regular week. No delays tonight.
I know, thankfully no delays, but of course this week now I was feeling a little under the weather though.
Oh, but you're still here.
It's always got to be something though, right? But thankfully I didn't have to deal with this kind of condition, dealing with the rain and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully we were good.
And shout out to you for still pulling through. Okay?
I cannot miss the Friday Night Lights. I cannot. Now we have reached week 5 of the high school football season, and every game is a district matchup. Taking a look at our starting lineup, our game of the week features 2 teams looking to remain perfect in district play. The Andros Eagles paying a visit to Hanks to take on the Knights.
We'll then check in on Jake Fetty and the undefeated Del Valle Conquistadores. They were in South El Paso tonight for a game against the Jefferson Silver Foxes. And then district play is now underway in District 1-5. Division 1 will show you what happened in the game between the El Dorado Aztecs and the Bel Air Highlanders.
Well, let's get to it. Here we go. Our game of the week, a District 1-5A Division 2 showdown between the Andros Eagles and the Hanks Knights. Both teams came into the game undefeated in district play, so who would keep it that way? Let's go to Excalibur Stadium in the first half here. The Eagles, well, they were just dominant. Quarterback Jamari Milton to Mallow Jones, and he'll just take care of the rest. That's going to go down as an Andros touchdown. They go up 7-0. Then later, Eagles on the move again. This time Milton gonna keep it himself, and he'll take it to the house. Puts Andros up 14-0, and Milton was onto something here, because of course if it works the first time, just do it again. This time they draw it up that way, I guess. He's gonna take it to the crib again for another touchdown. That made it 21-0 Andros. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Eagles up 28-0. Hanks trying to get something going, try to avoid the shutout at least. They're knocking on the door. Jordan Morales with his own quarterback keeper puts Hanks on the board, but too big of a hill to climb for the Knights at that point, as the Eagles gonna improve to 3-0 in district play. Final score tonight was 35-14. Let's hear from those victorious Andros Eagles.
We just want to continue to get better every week and just continue to master our craft. We're always talking about that. Master your craft. Get good at what you're supposed to be doing. Trust your teammates. Play for your teammates. And just have fun. It's high school football.
On offense, the O-line and the defense during practice getting us a good look, a scout. They keep the intensity high. And I think just us working as a team and just us having back in the back of our head that, we can play football with these other guys. Last year we didn't have that mentality. But going forward, I think just got to stay humble and keep working.
Congrats to Coach Taylor and his squad.
Yeah, definitely. We're moving on. Keeping it in District 1-5A Division 2, the Cañutillo Eagles were looking to bounce back after falling to Del Valle last week. Tonight, they hosted the 1-2 El Paso Tigers. Cañutillo starts off the game with a bomb from quarterback. We're going to see right here from Cesar Huerta to his wideout, Richard Llano. What an effort, but could not keep his feet in bounds. El Paso responds with their own power, with running back Luis Merino trucking defenders to get the first down. The Eagles, they're going to strike first with quarterback Cesar Huerta, fake handoff and taking it straight to the house. Tigers running back Luis Merino lowers his shoulder, bulldozing Eagle defenders for another Tiger first down. The Eagles started to heat up in the second quarter, scoring on a half-back toss, taking the lead 14-0 going into the half. And Cañutillo shut out El Paso 28-0 to pick up their 3rd win of the season.
Well, Del Valle just keeps steamrolling the competition. A perfect 4-0 record, 2-0 in district play. Tonight they paid a visit to La Jeff to take on the Silver Foxes. Now this was going to be a tough game for the 1-3 Foxes. They knew this. Del Valle's Jake Fetty, the Arizona State commit, ready to go, and they wasted no time hitting pay dirt. First drive of the game, Fetty to Abraham Garcia, and Abraham take it to the crib. Del Valle up 7-0, but there would be more to come from those Del Valle Conquistadores. Fetty looking, and he'll connect with Ivan Lopez. And Ivan Lopez, welcome to End Zone City, my friend. That made it 14-0 Conquistadores. Jefferson trying to keep the faith, waving Old Glory here, but Del Valle was just firing on all cylinders tonight. This time, the handoff to Dante Etchison, and tack on 6 more for Del Valle to go up 21-0. They would go on to win to improve to 5-0 on the season. Check out that score. That is not a typo. 71-0 over Jefferson. Big time shutout. And I love to see this. at Jefferson. The wave of love after the first quarter, both teams, the cheerleaders, players, they get together to wave to the kids and families across the street at the El Paso Children's Hospital. And you can see right there on the windows, they each have those lights that you can see from the windows. Just love to see it. Such an awesome tradition over at Jefferson High School.
Yeah, I love to see that. I remember the first year last year. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I love that's a tradition here.
And now they got the lights, so now you can see them now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, district play began tonight in District 1-5A Division 1. This is a 4-team district that features El Dorado, Bel Air, Americas, and Parkland. They'll each play They'll play each other twice. Tonight it was Bel Air hosting the El Dorado Aztecs. El Dorado 3-1 following last week's loss to Eastwood. Over to Big Red Country we go. In the second quarter, quarterback Angel Dominguez with the intended pass to Marquette Beard, but it instead falls into the hands of El Dorado's Matthew Pinto. Later in the same drive, quarterback Bryson Booth with a short pass to Rason Bryant, and he makes it into Bel Air territory to put the Aztecs up 42-7 after the extra point. Bel Air was trying to make some things shake on offense here, but El Dorado's defense just a little too much. El Dorado all over the Highlanders. Final score 70-28.
Another basketball score there.
Another one, I know. What's going on?
Well, let's go ahead and send things over to Rishi Ozo. Rishi, you returned. You made your return to the both sacks tonight.
I gave you the key back, Rishi.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I was back at the sack for the first time this year. And B finally gave me the keys back. I was back at my house, thankfully. And my first game was a matchup between Parkland Matadors and the Americas Trailblazers. But before that, there was a bit of a fun surprise for everybody at the sack. Former UTEP Miner and current Arizona Cardinal Will Hernandez was at both of those games today doing the coin toss. He was talking with the players and the fans. Fresh off the Cardinals game last night versus Seattle, he's back in town for his food truck that he has outside of the football games for this season. The nice moment pre-game for everybody, but now to the action. Parkland looking for their second win on the season. Americas looking to go over 500 with their third win. First drive for Americas, Emiliano Gonzalez on 3rd and long hits a wide open Joaquin Hernandez, and that's going to set the Blazers up nicely inside the red zone early in this game. Then on 4th and goal, Gonzalez is going to roll. He's going to look. He's going to look. He's going to look and find his man in the back of the end zone. That is Christian Trejo. 7-0 Blazers in the first quarter. Matadors are going to get the ball back, and they're going to get going quickly. Jordan Reese on the little flip makes a move, and he is off to the races, and that is going to set up Parkland nicely inside the red zone on their first drive of the game. They're going to finish that drive off in 6 as well. Jesse Molina is going to find Carter Perez, and the Matadors match the Blazers at 7 in the first quarter, but it would be Americas who pulled away in the second half. Over 260 yards rushing for them as a team. They win 35-16 as they open up district play with a dub. The next game was an absolute barn burner. It actually just finished up. The Eastlake Falcons hosting the Montwood Rams. 2 explosive offenses showing off tonight at Sac 1. Eastlake started off with the ball, and talk about starting strong. Derek Olguin says, get in the weight room. Ugh, what a truck. First down Falcons, what a start for them. Then on the very next play, quarterback Julian Williams, he's going to have a clean pocket, and he will find Jorge Ramirez wide open over the middle. 2 plays in, Falcons already up 7-0, but Montwood did not flinch. They would march down the field on the arm of quarterback Damian Briano, and it would be his legs that get the Rams on the board. They would tie it up at 7 apiece in the first quarter. Next drive, Falcons are trying to respond, but you're going to see it right here. A bad exchange between Williams and Zeke Herrera, and the ball is on the ground. Montwood is going to recover, and they are going to have it in great field position, and they're going to take advantage of that turnover. Tim Rosales from 2 yards out, and that's going to make it 14-7 Rams. Montwood would then recover an onside kick, and they're going to take advantage. Again, Briano's going to have the screen pass over to Christopher Ortiz, and he is gone. Rams would get that extra point blocked. That made it 20-7. But the Falcons would mount a furious comeback. They pull away in the second half. Another basketball score, 61-47. Offensive fireworks all around the sack tonight. Finally, no rain to damper us tonight. My bribe on Doppler worked. I take full responsibility for tonight. Being Adrian, I'll send it back over to you guys.
Doppler's not here. He's spending those $20.
He's spending the $20. It goes a long way here in El Paso.
It does.
Oh my God.
Forget inflation. No.
Well, we want to remind you that you can watch the Borderland Blitz on the KBIA ABC 7 CTV app. It's available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You can rewatch the Borderland Blitz. If you want to relive the action, or if you just missed it 1 week, you can go ahead and replay it.
Well, we're just getting started here on the Borderland Blitz. After the break, Paul Cicala will join us and show us what happened in that district showdown between Burgess and Chapin. We'll then check in with District 148, Division 1. The undefeated Isleta Indians played host to the Austin Panthers tonight. And can't forget about the cheerleaders, the War of the Week. That's coming up.